Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Creed War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool, cool nerd like my man Zobi. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
That's crispy.
I mentioned last week that that there was actually one more run and change in this wave. The run and change for Protector here is going to be Iron Fist in his white costume. Totally forgot about him. We already got an Iron Fist before in Marvel Legends history, but never in his more modern outfit. I think they picked a good mold. You know, as far as the articulation, you'll definitely be able to get him in some good martial arts poses. But I know that they used that Future Foundation Spider-Man hand on one of his hands, and it just looks kind of oversized and big. Looks kind of goofy. But aside from that, I think it'll be a pretty good figure. I should have been filming, but I'm out in Jersey. We're on a true run. This came from JC Comics. Light 105, D-Rock, Ja, G, Swift. Yeah, and they got that for 20. And this aisle is not even lit at all. I don't know what's going on here. But we chilling. We on a serious run. I just got put on to the illest stash spots and Toys R Us ever. D-Rock showed me. I ain't gonna show y'all MTIT, but found some Masterpiece Primes and found this. Let's see how much.
I'll scan it. Get the picture, man. I'll do that.
No, it's recording it.
1098. You know, this shit was never 1098. Oh, shit. What y'all got? 2 primes?
2 primes.
Yeah,
None of his hands are close to be able to hold the staff.
Yeah, just chilling. Messing around with some stuff that we bought. Trying to open stuff. I gotta get to this stuff. Masterpiece. Watching some Young Justice.
Today's date, the 19th.
What's today? January 19th. So that been stashed for 2 months.
2 months.
2 months. He had that in a nice stash spot that I will never show anybody on MTIT ever. So this was my little haul yesterday. Got the Marvel Legends Black Widow and Winter Soldier 2-pack from True. My man Ja hooked me up with another one of these wolves, and then Nelson hooked me up with a wolf too. And then from JC Comics, I got this Captain America Ultimate Cap. I just wanted it for the base, for something that I'll show. And finally pulled the trigger on this. I've been meaning to get this for a long time, the Black Cat Marvel Select, for all the props and stuff that comes with. So, nice little haul. So that puts me at 3 of these wolves now. Starting to build a little pack. Little army building with the wolves. Got Zorn here. Healing one of them, and the other one's kind of waiting patiently, I guess. So I can't front, man. Been having a lot of fun messing around with the Hit Monkey Bath. You know, I didn't hate it from the jump. I just didn't really care about the character, but the actual figure is cool, man. It has a lot of fun factor, a lot of stuff you could do with them. See, I got Hit Monkey and Deadpool here knocking over somebody's safe. Got him dead on the floor. Getting a couple of shots with this select base. I turned it on the side. It's not even upright. And even though the Spider-Man is not posable at all, you could still mess around with him in a few different ways. Mess around with the scaling, because I mean he's more like 7-inch size obviously, and I got the Legends in there, the Kingpin and Rhino, but still works out pretty well. Not too bad. Packages.
I could have sworn we had like good sounds playing in the
don't send me
background.
this stuff.
Yeah, I
getting rid of a whole bunch of his Legends, so I got this the other day. I'm on Google Chats right now with some folks. AJ Frost, and, Darius, and fucking Rick, and James Collins, and Shane Miller. But yeah, this was in that package. Got me an E Honda. Man, what a really nice figure, man. Too bad I just broke the hell out of it in more than one place. The arm, this peg snapped off on this hand, on this open hand, and the foot actually broke, the left foot. I glued it back, which I don't even know why I did that. I shouldn't even did that. I was trying to just glue the peg, and I actually glued the whole thing solid. Did I just fuck this off? I'm gonna send it out to Billy though. Hopefully he could fix him up for me. Really nice figure though, man. I really like this figure a lot. I just hate the fact that these sodas can be so delicate, man. Wave 1 of the Ironmonger wave is starting to pop up in various places on eBay and whatnot. They're actually popping up in some trues. I saw that Century had got a case last night. That little footage that you saw was like from almost a week ago, but since then a lot more have been popping up. That was my man AdumWarlock's channel and his footage. I helped him upload those videos. But he wasn't, he couldn't open the figures though because they weren't his, and the dude that whose figures they were putting them up on eBay. If he didn't sell them already, I doubt that he's gonna sell them because the prices that he was trying to sell them for was just totally ridiculous. I said wave 1, but I really meant just the first half, the first 3 figures. They already announced the next 3 figures too. I think it's supposed to be the movie War Machine, the movie Iron Man armor, and a classic Ultron, which some people are speculating that it'll be the body of Titanium Man, which I wouldn't really like if they did that. But I don't see them using a new mold for Ultron. I could see them scaling up the MU version, but then again, that would still be a new mold. But I just don't see them doing that. But we just gotta wait and see when that second half of figures is gonna come out. The other thing is that the Ironmonger looks really small, and some of the pictures that have been popping up, it looks a lot smaller than they said it would be at SDCC last year. I mean, they said over and over how massive this figure was gonna be and how tremendous it was gonna be, and they really emphasized that it was gonna be a large Build-A-Figure, but it's looking really small. It looks even maybe smaller than this Hulkbuster Iron Man. And what they did, obviously, with that pick last year is they kind of like embellished a little bit, like I'm doing here. So I got actually this guy standing on a CD case there. So that's kind of what they did. I feel like that's what they did to really make it look more imposing and bigger, but it's really not looking like that, and that's pretty disappointing. Other than that, it looks like the Bleeding Edge armor is probably going to be the best one out of the first 3. The classic armor is just a repaint of the one that we already got, although the paint job looks much better, and we know that Iron Patriot is just the Extremist armor repainted, and I wish they would have kind of bulked up on Iron Patriot, but it's not really nothing really spectacular. It's good that we're gonna get that Bleeding Edge armor though. That's probably the best thing out of those first 3.
Niggas stab my man over chump change, trying to make his way in the game, living the fast life in the fast lane. It's showtime, it's no time for the slow grind. We keep a get rich quick scheme. New York City, the big city of dreams, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island.
So that package was the D-Arts Mega Man here, Bandai. Finally got this guy. Happy to get this guy. Got all the water you could drink inside that faucet. Help yourself. So yeah, today is MFF, my favorite figure on the ACBA Facebook group, in the ACBA Facebook group. So I broke out some Joes, some G.I. Joes. These are my original G.I. Joes from like 1985, 87, 89, early 90s. And I'm just taking some flicks and stuff like that. This was what got me into collecting, man. G.I. Joe was like my first figure line and my favorite, and I had all the vehicles and the weapons, and Oh man, I used to take extremely good care of my figures. That's why I still have some of these. I mean, these look kind of roughed up, but I mean, damn, it's been over 25 years for some of these original GI Joes here. So, even back then, I was doing like some some customizing. I painted Sergeant Slaughter's glasses black right there. Back in the day, man. Okay. I remember me and my pops used to get together. Anytime I was so crazy about my figures that anytime they got a little scuff or anything on the paint on the with the paint job, I would always ask my dad if he could just paint them. And then he would show me how to paint them. I don't know why I can't paint nothing nowadays. I should be an excellent painter by now because I remember we used to paint them together and do little custom things. I remember even I had Star Wars figures back then, and I remember all the paint had scraped off of my R2-D2, and my pops did like a total custom paint job on R2-D2, and then he would just change it up like every couple of months. That thing must have had like 20 coats of paint on it, man. But yeah, man, just reminiscing. For the record, these accessories around here are not original G.I. Joe accessories. These came with like some knockoff like G.I. Joe figures that was like my nephew had maybe like 10 years ago, that my sister gave to me. I was like, could you use this in your displays? So thanks to my sister. But yeah, they came with like these other little figures and stuff. They actually kind of cool, man, for like some background people or something. Like they could be in like a hangar or something getting ready to get a flight. But yeah. Shout out to my man Grim BX. Hung out with him today. He came by, scooped me up. We drove up to Riverdale, which is kind of like a bougie part of the Bronx. Well, we drove up there and we went to Magnum Comics. That was my first time ever going to a comic shop in the Bronx. It was cool, man. The clerk that was in there was mad cool. We chopped it up with him for a while. There was a lot of people coming in and out of there, surprisingly. They had some figures and a decent selection of figures and comic books. I actually got to browse through a lot of comic books while I was there. I haven't really read any comic books or picked up any comic books in the past like 6 months maybe. So I got to browse through a lot of comic books and man, Marvel is all over the place with like everything. With costumes, it's like Thor's in 2 different costumes in different books, and everybody's in Iron Man's got all these different armor changes and this and that. It's just a lot of confusion going on in Marvel right now from the little bit of time that I got to browse through titles. But big shout out to my man Grim BX, man, real cool dude. Packages. Alright, so one of these packages was from my man Light. Hooked me up with the second half of this Marvel Select base. This is the part that comes with the Red Skull. I already had the part with the Ultimate Cap that I got at JC Comics. So I didn't bother buying the Red Skull because he said he had it and he would just give it to me. So now that's complete. So there you have that. About to use this for something. And I also got 2 of the new Iron Man Legends. So now I got my own set. I just showed AdumWarlock's figures and his in package reviews, and since then he's actually got the figures, and then he hooked me up with a couple myself. So I got the Iron Patriot and I got the Bleeding Edge armor, which is the one that I really wanted the most. I saw Sentry's review of this figure the other day. Looks like it came out really nice. So definitely excited to get some things going with these 2. So big shout out to my man AdumWarlock. Appreciate it. And then that last package was the Bumblebee, the Art Feather G1 animation version of Bumblebee. Real happy to get this. Trying to build up the classic Autobots team and scale with the Masterpiece Optimus Prime. So I'm also trying to grab the Ironhide and the Ratchet from iGear, and then I just need a Jazz to build that core team. I saw my man Fernando post up a picture with that exact core team. He's the one that actually kind of put me on to this figure, and they look tremendously nice together. So I'm trying to do that. Maybe I'll show a picture of his thing real quick so you guys can see that. Alright, starting to try to get this together for the first round stipulations for the tournament. Gonna build this up a little bit. Got a couple of little ideas. Just something regular because the first round stipulations are non-battle rounds. So Just setting up something quick here. Some glass right here. See the reflection. Starting to build that up. Trying to make like a little area here where it's like, you know, some experiment or something happening. But maybe some people need to be behind the glass to protect themselves. So trying to work that out. So I just got finished uploading the video for the first round of the World Tournament. I'm just talking about a little bit here in MTIT because it's not really the place to talk about in the video. But what took so long is just people getting situated, and really I waited for certain people. I waited for people that I really want to see come out to compete, that had finals or travels or whatever it was. I wanted to make sure we had a good turnout. You know, I was looking to get 100 people this year. We didn't quite get 100. We got 85 people cleared, which is more than last year, so I'll take that. And again, we still had extra money. You know, there was some people that contributed behind the scenes to help with sponsorship, as well as to help with the prizes, the trophies. So thank you to my silent partners in this thing to make this a really good event. So, you know, the cash prize is significant this year, you know, like it was last year. The prizes in general are nice, and the trophies are going to be really nice. I'll be trying to I will be giving out the trophies for the people from last year as well, because I actually still owe them trophies. I was trying to get like a bulk deal and get everything situated and really get some really nice trophies, something unique and something that'll really like stand out. So doing that, and then doing everything that else that I had to do, work and family life and this and that. Like, I mean, it took a long time. I got a lot of extra drama going on in my personal life right now as well too, over the past couple of months as well too. And you know that it took time, man. It took a real long time to get this whole thing situated, but we on track right now. I expect it to be a really nice event. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody come out, and you know, I'm a fan too, so I gotta get out of fan mode and get in judge mode, but I'm definitely interested in seeing how it's all going to turn out. So just remember to refer to your invite package. The rules are there, they're clear. If you have any questions, concerns, you know, just hit me up, private message me. I will definitely let you know what you can and cannot do. But I mean, it's pretty much there, as plain as day for you in the rules. I would definitely try to look at some of the entries from last year. I'll definitely look at some of the entries from the first round from last year, because again, the stipulations for this year are the same as last year. So that's what it's going to be. Of course, when I start to record, phone will start ringing. Yeah. So I really do like the way this came out real quick. You know, people's got reviews out of this already. I'll link Shartimus's review. I'll link my man Adam's review. But you know, I guess there's a few people that watch my show that may not watch their reviews or their shows. But real quick, just to go over the figure. Best Iron Man figure, I think, to date. From Legends, something that we haven't seen in a long time. He's got an ab crunch, which is great. Head rotates, goes back pretty decent. Wish it could go back a little bit more for flying. Goes down good. Ball joint at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbow. It does have some flex at the wrist. I wish it could flex up so you could get this kind of open palm look, but and it does turn at the wrist as well too. They've got the T joint here at the waist. He has a waist swivel too, and an ab crunch, which is just amazing. So the T joint there at the waist. He has an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and a nice ankle pivot as well. Really nice figure. Like the way it came out. This is the right size for Iron Man in my opinion. The other armors that they've been putting out is too small. This should have been, you know, the size that they based it off. Extremist should have been maybe just as tall as this one, maybe just a little bit bulkier, and the other armor should have been bigger in my opinion. I really like this figure. Damn, I was watching this one, sold for $200 basically. It's gonna be hard to try to get these. I think the Ironhide is being re-released. I think my man Grim BX told me that the other day. It's just got a different head sculpt. The original head sculpt on it is going to be different, but it'll have the alternate with the regular look. So I got to check Big Bad Toy Store for that. But I'm trying to get this Ironhide and Ratchet, and this is the only Ratchet I see up there right now. They want $139, free shipping. But I don't know, man. Let the Bumblebee open. my other light too. Look at this. You can put this on your head. It's got the white light and the red light. So I actually ended up pre-ordering the next release of Ironheart on Big Bad Toy Store, and I actually ended up getting the Ratchet. They still had them in stock for $119. It was going for $134 on the eBay, so I figured that don't work out. So now I just need to grab a Jazz. So here's a little closer look at the Art Feather Bumblebee here. Comes with a little spike and a lunchbox or a toolbox or whatever for Spike. A couple of extra hands for Bumblebee, a gun, and they come with the actual stickers too. I'll get them transformed in a minute, but looks really good, man. It looks really, really nice. Let me get this guy transformed. So yeah, I got him transformed. Only took me a few minutes. It's a really easy transformation, although this is many hours later. But pretty nice, man. He's even got pretty decent articulation for a small figure. I like this guy a lot. I'm not gonna really do the whole Optimus thing right now. I don't think. I'll save that for next week's episode or the next episode when I actually get the other two figures. You already saw Nando's pic, so you see how awesome they all look together. But I'm pretty impressed with the figure, man. Really nice. One thing I forgot to mention, one of my only gripes is that when it's in vehicle mode, it doesn't roll as well as I would like it to. And I saw that on a review of the figure before I actually purchased it, that it does just not a smooth rolling mechanism for whatever reason. Maybe two gripes. I don't really like the way the doors look on the arm like that, and they're actually supposed to peg in right here, and it keeps coming to loose. I mean, it's a minor thing, and quite possibly I just don't even have it transformed properly. I didn't even look at the instructions, and you know, I'm not the Transformers expert, but I know there's other little things that you could do sometimes to kind of like peg in certain parts and make it look more flush. Maybe I'll check out Homeboy's review again of the figure, but again, I'm still really impressed with it. Okay, this has been another episode of Meantime in Between Time. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to come join us on the ACBA Facebook group. Don't forget to like the ACBA like page on Facebook as well. Just a reminder to all of you cats competing in the tournament, the rules are as clear as day. Refer to the rules. Everything that needs to be covered is in the rules. Only thing that you needed from me was the actual stipulations for the first round. You have that, you have the rules, you have the glossary of terms, you have all the tools that you need. It's not really much more I can do for you in the realm of advice. You just got to do what you got to do. You're on your own now. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all in another week or so. And I guess that's it. Peace.